Well, hi there. We have a classic checker play problem here. Unlimited game, money game. Red holds a 2 cube, and red to play 3-1. What's your play? I'll save you a little time. The one's pretty obvious. You're going to cover the blot. The 3 is pretty obvious also, that it's going to be one of two plays. You're not going to break your prime. You're not going to leave a shot here and play to the 3-point. You're either going to come up or you're going to come down. You're going to slot the front of his prime or the back of your prime. Which one is better? Give it some thought. Okay. You know, you have to be an optimist to play backgammon. If you're not an optimist and you're convinced that your opponent is always going to roll well, you shouldn't even sit down. It's just too depressing a game if you're convinced that he's always going to roll well. And by the way, I know some people who've been playing this game for 40 years that are convinced they're the worst rollers in the game and their opponents always roll well. I have no idea why they keep coming back with that attitude. They're wrong, of course. Everybody rolls the same in the long run, not in the short run, but in the long run. Nobody rolls better than anybody else except my friend Paul Franks, who is just incredibly lucky. But we all roll the same. So you have to stop here, and if he's going to roll really, really well, often it doesn't matter what you play if he rolls jokers. If you assume he's going to roll jokers, you look for your opponent's bad rolls. You look for ways to capitalize if things go wrong. And in this case, you need to come up because your opponent's ones are really bad if you come up. And if you stay back, his ones aren't so bad. The other reason that you come up is the alternative play is, first of all, now his ones aren't bad. He can play all the ones okay. He can either move up with this checker here or play something here, depending on what one it is. He's not going to slot. He's going to play safely. But the other problem with this play is you're also giving him a good 2-6 and 3-6 to hit this checker, which can really hurt your game quite a bit. Let's take a look at being optimistic. What are his worst rolls after you make this play? What are his worst rolls after you make this play? Well, double 6, of course, is going to be a bad roll no matter what play you make. That's blue's worst roll because it destroys his timing and destroys his prime, and that's a horrible roll no matter what. But all the ones are going to force him to hit loose. 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, and 6-1. He's hitting loose here. His worst roll is what? Think about which one of those ones is the worst roll. See, good players can find it immediately. A 4-1 is terrible. With a 4-1, if he's going to hit loose, he's going to have to hit from here. And he really does have to hit loose. That's how he plays a 4-1. And when he hits loose, let's look at it. Let's assume you've finished and made this play. And this is really the way you understand plays, is by going forward to see what can happen. Now let's give blue a 4-1. We change it to blue on roll. And let's look at blue's 4-1 play if you were here and here. And he's going to hit loose from here. And after he does that, look what you got. Wow. And that's his right play. If he doesn't do that, you just escape. He's got to take this chance. You hit him with any 4. That's 11 numbers. With double 1. With double 2. With 3-1. With 3-6. Of course, you also hit 2 if you roll a 4-5 or a 4-6. That's a lot of really nice numbers. And even if you don't hit, what happens next time? He's probably going to cover, but what if you came in here? He's got to cover, and again, you're still at the edge of the prime. If you come in with any 3, you're just putting tremendous pressure on him by coming up, especially if he rolls the 4-1. Now, again, we gave him his worst roll. with a 4-1, or his next to worst roll. With a 5-1 or any other one, he's going to be able to hit loose and maintain a 5'. But even still, you're going to have all the 4s plus 2-1, 3-1, and double 1 and double 2 to hit him. That's 15 numbers. That's a lot of numbers to hit him. Putting a third checker back behind your 5' and putting you back up to the edge of the prime again. Let's go back to the original position. The original position was this. And you had a 3-1. And let's pretend you played it the other way. This 1 and this 3. And now, see how all of his 1s play? He maintains the 5', and you're not going to be at the edge no matter what. Of course, if he rolls good numbers like a 6-2, 6-5, or any number, 6-3, any number that makes this point, 5-2, he's going to make the point. And how much worse are you by being hit as opposed to being on the ace point? Not much. As a matter of fact, it might even help your timing a little bit in holding your prime. Hope you found this interesting, educational, and gives you a little bit of insight into how Extreme Gammon thinks. Extreme Gammon is a real optimist. Extreme Gammon came up hoping that blue will roll a bad number. If he rolls a really good number, did it matter whether you were up or back? Not a lot. But if he rolls a bad number, there's a huge difference if you had come up. So be an optimist. That's the lesson here.